of an effective security system, which is people, platform, and processes. And a short while ago, I had the honor of conducting the Vice President around the Security Command and Control building that was designed, conceived, and built by our government that is now operational. That gives our law enforcement officials in this state real-time capacity to take charge of law and order. That is why our security outfits, codenamed Operation Doakbo, which in Ijaw means peaceful life, has been adjudged one of the most effective. And last year in South Africa, Operation Doakbo won the Best Security Outfit Award for Africa. And these are the same Nigerian security officials that some of our people vilify and condemn, even in very trying circumstances and situations that they face. These are the same people who are stationed in Yenagua, working actively with our government and with our citizens, and I've never heard any case of intimidation. In this state, with the systems we have put in place, if there is any security breach anywhere, that there is a vehicle, that a vehicle can get to, within three minutes, our security response team gets to you. And that is a record. And how did we do it? As I said, a combination of legislation, because I sent a lot of bills to the House of Assembly, outlawing cultism, bills authorizing the state to undertake electronic surveillance. And we are probably one of the states that are doing the Safe City project, handled by one of the most competent firms. Now, all of this has come into play, and I'd like to, at this point, appreciate the commitment and dedication and selflessness of the security forces, their commanders and officers and men who work tirelessly, working with our community leaders and the youths of our state, such that we are one of the safest places to be. Now, following our achievements in security, which you have all seen, most of you were here yesterday, some of you were here a day before. I know that as at yesterday, over 400 firms had registered for this conference. I want to thank you for coming and for the cocktail that you attended. Now, so at least you have passed a night. You have seen for yourselves firsthand how safe, how stable, how peaceful Yenagua and Bayelsa State are now today. And so this is an opportunity for me to appreciate those of you who have come from far and near, particularly those of you who came in spite of adverse comments and advisories from some of your missions. And that is to make the point that sometimes, very often, what obtains on ground, the situation, the reality of the situation, could sometimes be very different from what cables and other reports may indicate. Our world is going through a very trying time, we all know. No nation is immune to what is going on. But here in Bayelsa, here in Nigeria, with a combination of what we are doing, with the job that the federal security forces working with us and our community leaders are doing, we have been able to deliver on law and order, on stability, and on security. And for this, I congratulate all Bayelsans. As you are aware, as a result of our achievements in the area of security, which is the first factor if we are talking of development, a lot of things have since followed. We have since become the entertainment and hospitality headquarters in this country. We are the event and hospitality and conference headquarters. We have just become the fashion headquarters in Africa. And even now, We have the most beautiful girl pageant taking place. Where else but in Yenagoa in Bayelsa State? Tomorrow, I invite you to be part of the grand finale as we watch the celebration of humanity. This is the spirit of the new Bayelsa. And this is why we say all good human beings are welcome. And now that takes me to the key investment opportunities. In the past 2 years, we have built schools and schools and schools. Schools and schools and schools. Over 600 primary schools from the scratch, with an equal number of quarters, teachers' quarters, for the first time built, teachers' quarters, so that they too can have some comfort. But the most revolutionary intervention that we have made following the declaration of the state of emergency is actually in the area of secondary and middle level education. In this state, we have constructed 8 model secondary schools with boarding facilities, one in every local government area, located at the local government headquarters, which has capacity for 1,000, a minimum of 1,000 boarding students. In addition, Yenagoa, our state capital, which has the oldest girls' school, St. Jude's Amarata, has been turned around. For those of you who are free, please stroll down to Amarata. Whatever we say in this government is real. We don't say what we don't do. The facts are there. Now, in addition, we are building 25 constituency secondary schools, so that every state house in this state, we have 24 state house constituencies. Every state house constituency, by September, will start off with a boarding secondary school purposely designed and built. In this state, education by our students is free. We pay even NECO, WAEC, JAM fees for everybody in Bayelsa. We supply them books, textbooks, and even handbags, and so on. Now, the most revolutionary part of the educational policy will unfold in September, by which our policy of compulsory boarding education in all the constituency secondary schools will now kick off. All our leaders who are here, please get ready to be appointed to serve on the boards that I will set up. Free. No honorarium, no allowances. That will be the contribution that leaders of this state, that is your payback. All these schools will have boards of governors that I will carefully compose, because those students that we want to put and incubate there for 3 years, we want to really take care of them and monitor them and give them role models and give them values to aspire to. That is the only way we can guarantee the sustenance of everything we are doing, from economy to infrastructure and everything else. Now, in 2 years, we have over 140 PhD scholars across the globe from this state. We have over 500 master's degree scholars. And when Mr. President served as governor here, and I had the honor of serving in his cabinet as his Attorney General at the time, he started a wonderful project by which pupils, indigent pupils, were selected and sent for secondary education in the best private secondary schools in this country. He did that. Unfortunately, as a result of some of the waters that have passed through our political bridge in this state, some of those projects and policies were unfortunately truncated. But last year we brought it back. And we have about 300 of such scholars now in all the top private secondary schools in this country as our scholars. The annual cost to the government of Bayelsa is about 600 million naira. But that is a worthwhile investment for the future. As with other investments in education, you don't expect